Today I'm going to show you guys the best 3 ways to spend the 4,600 FC points EA will give you if you bought the Ultimate Edition version of the game. Before we go over what to do with the FC points, I want to mention really quickly, when do we get the 4,600 FC points? And it's a simple answer. It's as soon as you log on to Ultimate Team, and that's if you got the Ultimate Edition, of course. So Ultimate Edition starts on September 22nd. If you log on to Ultimate Team September 22nd, they will be on your account. If you log on anytime after that, they will still be on your account. One quick thing to note is they will not be on your account if you bought Ultimate Edition on the web app. So web app should come out a couple days before early access for Ultimate Team. So say web app comes out on September 20th, you log on, you're not going to have those FC points. It's only on September 22nd when early access with Ultimate Edition starts. Now, the 3 ways of spending your 4,600 FC points are really simple. We have option number 1, open packs. You are really only going to have premium gold packs to open at the start. At the beginning of the game, there's nothing special. It's usually really just premium gold packs, and that's it. And if you spend 4,600 FC points, FIFA points, FC points, I'm gonna be confused with changing to saying FC points, but if you open 4,600 FC points worth of these premium gold packs, if they're still 150 points, of course, you'll be able to open 30 premium gold packs. 30 premium gold packs actually sounds fairly solid, and the benefits to it are it's quick, it's easy, you're gonna blow through the points really fast, and opening these packs fast will be giving you your coins fast, and with those coins you will be able to trade faster, you'll be able to invest faster, and that is good because at the start of the game a lot of the cheap sort of meta cards are around their peak, like a 82 overall Zaha or any of the lower rated kind of gold cards that are good, like an Alan St. Maximin, maybe a Renato Sanchez. Those cards are going to be at their peak at the very start. If you wait to open your packs later on in the game, those cards aren't going to be as expensive as they were at the start. So if you are planning on spending all your FC points on these premium gold packs, you should be looking to sell everything in these packs, and then you can take those coins, look to trade, look to invest maybe in some of the higher tier cards that with time do tend to go up, or maybe buy someone from the first team of the week that's really good and they're super rare on the game, and with time, they will go up in price. One last thing to mention with these gold packs is this is your choice if you stink at the game. If you are not good at the game, I wouldn't even think about it. Pretty much just spend all of your FC points on these premium gold packs. You can maybe save 300 FC points for the single player draft, which is option number 2 for what to spend your FC points on. Now, I do not think spending all of your time doing these offline single player drafts is worth it. I don't think pack wise, time wise, going through and completing a full single player draft for 300 FC points, it's not worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I know it's not worth it. But I will say, if you go through all 4 games, you win the entire draft, there is a chance you get some decent packs. And another thing I want to mention, pick the easiest mode, because the only difference between picking beginner and ultimate as your difficulty, it's just the amount of coins you get per match. If you play beginner, you're going to get the same packs that you would get if you play ultimate. So just go through and play beginner. And this right here is why I actually think the single player draft might be worth it just one time. The only reason why I'm saying playing a single player draft once could be worth it is because of objectives. You could go through one single player draft on beginner, and I don't know, I can't really predict what some of the objectives might be, but there could be a draft objective or just a gameplay objective where you have to score 50 goals, 100 finesse shot goals, something like that. And once you do that, you get a 50k pack, you get a 100k pack. So you can work towards completing an objective that gives you a good pack back. You can potentially get decent, it's not really crazy, but maybe you get a decent pack from completing and winning the entire single player draft. And you do get the chance to play with some cool cards like maybe an icon or gold Mbappe if you get them in your draft. So that just sums up single player draft. I would literally only play it once, and I would do it on beginner and just fly through an objective to maybe get some extra packs. And who knows, maybe you get lucky and you get good rewards. Here are the reward options. We don't really care. 0 win, 1 win. It doesn't matter because if you're playing on beginner, you should be getting 4 wins. Maybe they change it with EAFC where a higher difficulty gives you better rewards, but that's not the case at the moment. You can play beginner and it'll be the same rewards as ultimate. And here are some of the rewards. I'm not going to read through all of them. There is one that's kind of crappy. You get a gold pack and a premium gold pack, and that's it. That's the one that you don't want. But there are some decent packs if you win the draft completely. There's 18 options, the best one being a 50k pack. Maybe you win a single player draft, you get lucky, and you get a 50k pack. But I'm assuming most of the time it's going to be some of these crappier ones that you complete the draft and it's like, really? I just played 4 games and that's what you're going to give me? Now that we have talked about the single player draft, let's go into the online draft. This is the one where people are really going to be trying to make their decision. It's premium gold packs, open all of those, or do the online draft. You have 15 online drafts you can complete, or 30 premium gold packs. We're not even going to think about the single player draft. You can maybe do it once, but really not worth your time. So the online draft, we have quite a few benefits to this. If you are good at the game, you don't even have to be great at the game, just good at the game, because some people think at the start the draft is really sweaty, but in my opinion, at the start of the game, there's a lot of people playing the draft, so it's not as sweaty as you may think, especially if you are fairly good at the game. I would say if you're an 11 win player in Foot Champs, you can definitely look into playing drafts. 14 wins, even better. 16 wins, you can definitely play the draft and get some good rewards. I am a fairly consistent 16 win player, and as you can see with my draft record, I win half of the drafts that I enter. So if you are decent at the game, the draft is definitely worth it. Like I said, you can get really good packs. You can try out a lot of the brand new cards on the game, so that's pretty fun. Now, the bad side about choosing to play the draft instead of opening premium gold packs is pretty much just time. The time it takes to play the draft could be spent elsewhere on the game. You could, instead of playing the draft, you could be playing rivals and getting a higher rank to get better rewards. You can maybe casually play some squad battle games to get maybe some decent packs on the side. And time wise, you also need to think about the market. Are some of these cards that I might be packing, are they going to stay this high? Are they going to come down in price? That is a situation you need to think about. For example, we're gonna hop over to Footbin and just look at some of the lower tier cards with a Wilfried Zaha. At the start of the game, he's expensive, 27th. This is FIFA 23 when early access started. If you were day one playing the draft, you get a Zaha, he's 21,000 coins. That's great, but if you are still playing the draft like a week, maybe 2 weeks later, that Zaha that was 21,000 coins a few days later is down at around 2,000 coins. So that's why time wise, you don't want to sit on your FIFA points. You definitely want to have them spent early on, because that's when a lot of these cards are at their highest. If you haven't noticed, the common theme that we are mentioning with spending your FC points is just being quick, because if we're being honest, the cards you are most likely going to be packing are the lower tier meta cards like a Zaha, an Alan St. Maximin. I can't think of another lower tier one, maybe like a Kimpembe. They aren't going to stay at that high price forever, so you want to make sure you spend those FC points early on. That could be maybe playing a few drafts and you're like, okay, you know, I don't want to see some cards start to go down in price, so maybe I played 5 drafts and then I'll just spend the rest of my FC points on premium gold packs. You don't have to pick one. You can split it between the two. Just don't take a super long time spending your FC points. And there are some people that might say, hey, you know, maybe I should save my FC points and wait for 50k packs to come out, wait for a 100k pack to come out. And as I mentioned before, or maybe a new promo, a crazy big promo to come out. It's, as I mentioned before, it's just not worth it, because at the start of the game, that is when you are going to see those lower tier cards expensive. Like, you saw with that Zaha, he was 20,000 coins. If you wait for a 50k pack or a 100k pack or a brand new promo, maybe that Zaha isn't 20k anymore, he's 2k. So just to sum up the three options you have for spending your FC points, we have the online draft, which is really solid if you are decent at the game. That's what I did for FIFA 23. I packed Alan St. Maximin early on from one of my draft packs, and he was fairly expensive. The other option is single player draft, and as I said, not really worth your time, only if you're going to do it once on beginner to get some objectives done. And then the last option you have is opening these premium gold packs. You can open 30 of them. It's really solid, especially if you're not good at the game. Just fly through it, get your coins fast, and you can look to trade and invest elsewhere with the players that you pack. But whatever option you do end up choosing, just make sure you don't sit on the FIFA points for too long, because cards will go down in price. But that is it for this video. If you guys have any questions about EAFC, let me know in the comment section down below. My free EAFC trading Discord and my Twitch live stream are in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.